welcome to Bio University. We are so excited to be here with you guys. Hopefully you're all having a great start to your week. I know in today's world, currently in our situation, sometimes I forget what day it is, but I just know today is Monday and we are here to give you guys some great training. Before I get into it, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Van Nguyen and we're currently Elite 250Ks with BioReigns. We're excited to go through this training today. I've actually been in network marketing for 15 years now, and I started on this journey when I was 19 years old. When I was first introduced to this industry, a simple question was asked to me that literally became the catalyst to a whole entire lifestyle change for me. The person I met with when I sat down with him didn't realize it at the time, but he ended up becoming my future husband. He asked me, what would it be like to bring in an extra $500? At 19 years old, that was a big deal to me because I was a struggling college student paying for school, working full time, and I always felt like I never had enough time and money. And so with an extra $500, it would have meant the world to me. I needed to pay my phone bill, my car insurance, my car payment, so many other things. So $500 was a big deal to me when I first was introduced to this industry. And guys, I didn't know what the $500 a month looked like that would ultimately lead to where we are currently at today. And what network marketing has done for us, especially during this time, it's given us a lot of peace of mind and being able to bring in that extra income to fill in the gaps when we need it the most. And so today what I'm going to talk to you guys about is going through a game plan, helping you guys set up a launch so that you can grow a business successfully. The reason why people get involved in network marketing is leveraged income is one of the most crucial points, but also residual income. The only way the residual income will work is your team has to duplicate and grow. And in order for that to happen, you gotta make sure everyone is being set up for success. And so today we're gonna go ahead and walk you through a game plan as if it's me giving it to you. So before we get into this game plan, go ahead and pause this video for a second. Go into your back office under your resource center, print out the Fast Start guide and walk through with me. Now, if you don't have a printer at home, it's okay. You can go ahead and just have it up on your screen, have a blank sheet of paper, and let's walk through this together. My goal by the end of this game plan is to put a specific plan in place for you so that you know exactly what to focus on as a brand new person. Our number one goal is not only for you to experience our product and get a great result so that you have a testimony to share with your friends and family, but also be able to guide you in a direction to help you grow your income, but most importantly, help you grow a customer base. So before we get into it, as you can see on the left-hand side, there is a Fast Start checklist. We want to make sure that you fill that all out. These are exactly what you need to do in the beginning to make sure you have all of your backup ready. So make sure you go through that Fast Start checklist, get that checked off as soon as possible. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do tonight is walk you through this game plan. So part one, making sure you have all of your information down, your rep ID, your website, the passwords, your enroller, your upline leader, and your local leader. Now, of course, if you don't have a local leader, that's okay. The beautiful thing is we do everything online, especially currently in today's world. We can reach out to anyone, whether through social media, phone, or Zoom. You're always gonna have connection. But the biggest thing is you wanna stay in touch with your upline leadership so that they can help guide you through the direction of getting started properly and launched properly. Second thing is make sure you stay connected. Go ahead and save customer service's phone number that you see below in case there's any issues that you need to resolve or any follow-ups you need to check on for shipping. You can call customer service and they can help you. And of course, stay connected through Facebook because you want to stay up to date about what's going on, especially being brand new to the company. You want to make sure you know exactly what is happening in your business. Of course, also follow our Instagram and our Vimeo. Vimeo is where you're going to get all of the video content that you can share with your friends and family as you're going out and sharing our products to people. Step 3 is probably the most crucial part of this game plan that I'm going to spend a little bit of time on because I think it's so important to understand this component. Number 3 is really simple. Let's determine your why. What is your why? It's your motivating factor behind why you will build this business and stick around long enough to see the fruits of your labor come to fruition. And so my question to you isn't just necessarily what is your why? It comes down to What was it that sparked in you when you heard the information about BioReigns? What types of dreams did you see yourself fulfilling? Was it to make extra $200, $500, $1,000? Or are you one of those ambitious dreamers that said, you know what, I see this becoming a complete income replacer? What is the reason why you decided to get started with BioReigns? But most importantly, what is the reason why that you're going to stick it through long enough in order for you to see this happen for yourself and your family? The reason why I ask that in depth is because so many people get involved into a company and they simply state their why as, I just want to make extra money. To be honest with you guys, that's not a good enough answer. Making extra income is simple to do. You can go get a second job, you can go do Uber, you can do Lyft, you can do so many other things that can bring in the extra income. When I ask you what is your why, I want to know what tugs at your heart, what makes you cry at night, what stresses you out. If money and time wasn't an issue, what would you be doing? Would it be traveling the world? Would it be buying a bigger home, moving into a better neighborhood, upgrading a car that's breaking down? What motivates you to continue to keep moving forward? Because at the end of the day, in business, you're going to have more struggles before you see the success. And what the why does is it keeps you powering through every time you feel frustrated and discouraged in your business. Because I'm not gonna lie, you're going to go through that many times in your career. Success is never a straight road. There's so many curves. You're gonna have to do U-turns, plan to reviews, and honestly, it's just not easy to get to the top. The reason why I share that with you guys is because I know what it takes to become successful. And there's going to be a lot of heartache. There's going to be a lot of crying. There's going to be a lot of frustration. There's going to be a lot of anger. But there's also going to be so much excitement, gratitude, happiness involved in it. But the question is, are you going to stick around long enough in order to see all of that come true? And the only way to guarantee that, find the why that keeps you motivated so that you don't need external motivation to keep you going. That's the most important, crucial part when determining the why is you got to dig deep within yourself and ask yourself, what's going to keep you inspired and motivated when other people are telling you you're a loser, you're not going to make it, whatever you're saying is fake, it's a pyramid scheme, right? What I'm saying is, guys, that's what I've heard throughout my whole entire career. I've heard people tell me that I wasn't good enough to become successful. I've heard people tell me that I didn't have leadership skills. I've heard people tell me I'm negative. I've heard so many people say negative things about me, but my driving force behind why I continue to keep growing as an individual, powering through all the frustration and the discouragement that I felt in this industry, all tied back to several things. My kids. I wanted to make sure my kids knew that mommy kept her word. When I told my kids that they can do anything, I had to make sure I lived out that as well, because our kids don't do what we say, they do what we do. And for me as a mom, my number one goal is to set the example for my kids to follow. Number two, my mom was always a huge driving factor behind that. I just wanted to help my mom out. And guys, I will tell you that since my mom was 54 years old, so she's 62 now, for 8 years, I've been able to retire my mom completely and take care of her every single month, because my mom was a single mom to 7 kids. I watched her struggle her whole life. And as an adult, the only reason why I wanted to become successful in the beginning was not because of the nice cars, the big homes. Nothing wrong with that. But that wasn't my driving force that kept me going. Knowing that I could help my mom retire her was a huge factor as to why I kept moving forward in my business. There's so many other reasons why that keep me motivated, but I will tell you guys, my why is so strong that regardless of how I feel, regardless of who motivates me, I will always keep moving forward because I have that internal motivation that drives me every single day. I don't need anyone to tell me to get up to work. I already know why I have to do it. And because of that is what empowers me to keep moving forward. So I want you to take a moment, take some time and ask yourself, what's going to motivate you and keep driving you to press forward when you feel discouraged? And go ahead and take a second and write that down. If you have to pause the video, go ahead and do that. But I don't want you to move on until you determine your why, because that's such a huge component behind becoming successful in anything that you ever pursue. Step 4, let's help you set a goal. The reality of it is we all want success, but if we don't learn to slow down to speed up, you are never going to attain it. And so one of the things we have to do is set our goals, know exactly what we want to do and when we want to do it in, because once you decide in your head exactly what you want and when you want to get it done by, your everyday choices will then go ahead and support that decision. So your first goal should be go get 3 customers. Once you get customers that are loving your product, it's going to keep you motivated and inspired to continue to keep sharing our life-changing products out to the market. When do you want to get those 3 customers done by? The next step is, when do you want to recover the initial costs that you put in for you to start your home-based business? The goal is to go get 3 elites so that you can make back your money. Now, the great thing about it is, guys, these lines will indicate every single time you sign a customer, go ahead and fill their name out. Every time you sign a distributor, go ahead and fill their name out. The great thing about it is I love winning my way to the top. And what I mean by that is focusing on celebrating those mini wins until you get to the ultimate prize. Because what people don't realize is in this journey of business, it's not necessarily about the end game in mind. It's about the journey of who you become in the process of the learning, the mistakes, all the things that you experience in the middle from the beginning to when you actually hit your goal. That middle part, so many people want to skip, but they fail to acknowledge that that's the best part of the journey that teaches you so much, that gives you life experiences that then turn around and become inspiration for the next group of people to say, I can do it. Because she did it, I know I can do it. And so I want you guys to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, slow down to recognize, acknowledge, learn lessons, grow in the process of becoming better so that you can inspire the next group of people. So ensure, make sure you get 3 customers, 3 reps in place. And the fastest way to do that is to help you launch your business. Much like traditional business, you want to have yourself what we call the grand opening. Guys, when you start a business, you can't not say anything. If you don't tell people what you do, how do they know to buy from you if they need what you have? And so ultimately what you want to do is have a grand opening. Have no expectations in your head. I learned a long time ago that when you expect things from people, you're guaranteeing your disappointment. If you have no expectations, your only goal in mind is to have fun, share what you believe in, then just trust that in time, in people's timing, that they'll eventually see what you have to offer and they will purchase from you or they will refer to you. That's ultimately the goal. So what you want to do is set 2 launch dates. And because we're building everything online, I love doing Zoom parties. They are the easiest thing ever. Go to zoom.us, sign yourself up for a free account. You get 40 minutes to have 25 people on the line max. And guys, I promise you, you're gonna have a lot of fun. It's simple. Anyone can dial into a Zoom. It doesn't require you to leave your home, doesn't require you to get ready. You literally have just to click a link, get on your phone or your computer, and you can dial in with people all across the US at one given time, and you're able to do a launch. Be able to share what you're doing and why you're excited. That's ultimately what a launch is. And so what I love to do is I like to book 2 launch dates for people. And I ask them, what day are you available very quickly? I do not say, if someone tells me in 2 weeks, I would just say, is there any way you can do it sooner? Because 2 weeks from now, pretty much they're probably going to be unmotivated to do anything, because when you do nothing for 2 weeks, come on guys, out of sight, out of mind, it's not going to be at the forethought of your head. So what I like to do is I literally love to ask them within the next 48 hours, can we set up a Zoom launch? It's less than 20 minutes, and all we're going to do is invite the closest people to you to come take a look at what you have to offer. Go ahead and book the date, the time, and the expert, and get them to book their Zoom number so you know exactly what Zoom line you're going to be dialing into. And it's super simple, guys. Once you set up the launch date, then we get into invitation mode, which is where I like to spend most of the time, because number one thing that I never do is I never hang up the phone or hang up a Zoom until I get them to confirm one guest on the line. Some of you guys might be asking, well, how does a Zoom party work? Guys, I believe in click and play and walk away. What does that mean? In network marketing, it's all about leveraged income. The goal is to help your team grow away from you and in spite of you. And the only way that can happen is if you set up a click and play foundation. What does that mean? Leverage the videos the company has created in order to share what BioReigns is. And then all you have to do is come in and share your testimonial and have some guests share their testimonial. Because in this industry, facts tell everything, but stories sell 10 times over and over again. People don't care about the facts. All they want to know is, how did this product work for you and how can it help me? That's ultimately what everyone is looking for, is what did it do for you and what will it do for me? And so what you want to do is, once you establish those party dates, you want to go ahead and create your list. Now guys, I encourage you to make the biggest list possible. Get to 100 as fast as possible, and just know that these people, they're not going to be everybody that you're going to contact right away, because I get it. Some people you haven't spoken to in a long time and it would be odd to message them for an opportunity, but put their names down. The goal is to get an intention list in front of you that you will be contacting people right away, rebuilding relationship, or maybe one day running into them when we're able to leave our homes. So you want to go ahead and start that list. And the reason why I like writing a physical list, because what it does is it inspires more thinking. So I'll write names down and I'll start thinking of people I never thought I would think of, because they're not on my phone list. They're not on my Facebook list. Just start listing names down. And like I said, these names aren't people that you have to necessarily call right away, but just have the intent that you would like to speak to them one day about your products or about your opportunity. The fastest way to get a list going is think of all the people that you know this product could help. Write their names down. Think of all the people that you know this opportunity can help. Write their names down. Guys, in today's world, opportunity working from home is definitely a necessary, because I don't know of anybody that can't use some extra income in their household. And this product, the things that it's doing for people, the life-changing stories that I hear on a day-to-day basis of how these products are truly impacting people, I know that everyone can benefit from our product. So start writing those names down. And what I like to do is, guys, I like to role play. I like to listen to you guys do invitations. And what I feel is, once I feel you feel confident in doing an invitation, I challenge you to get on the phone and actually start inviting some people. So some of you guys like to hear dialogue of how it's done. I keep it really simple. When I'm inviting to a party, it's as simple as this. Let's just say I'm inviting my girl Sandra. I'll call her up and say, "Hey Sandra, how are you? Real quick, what are you doing tomorrow at 7 p.m. for like 20 minutes on your computer?" Nothing much. What's going on? I'm actually really excited about something, and I wanted you to come take a look at it and just give me your honest feedback of what you think. I think this could help so many people. Do you mind dialing in? Sure. Okay. Are you familiar with Zoom? Yes, I am. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to send you a link and I'm going to shoot you a reminder text 30 minutes before the party, just so that it can remind you. Okay? Awesome. All right, I will talk to you soon. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. I would love to stay and talk a little bit longer, but I got to get dinner on the table. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, I know it doesn't work out that way in a perfect world. I didn't have a response. However, to hear the basis of an invitation is really simple. I say things like, "Hey, real quick," or like number 8 says, is, "I only have 1 minute. Here is the reason why you want to do that. It's because you want to let them know it's a quick phone call. You don't want them to be on the line asking you, what is it? Tell me more." The reason why is because if you tell them what BioReigns is, there's no need for them to get on the call to take a look at the information and meet the people and hear the stories. They're just going to prejudge it based on what you tell them. So the goal is less is more. So I say, "Hey, real quick," to let them know it's a quick phone call. And then I ask them, "What are you doing at this time on this day?" I want to clear the calendar immediately. And if they tell me, "Well, I'm busy at that time," then I say, "What about this day at this time?" This is why we book 2 parties, right? So if they can't make the first one, you push them to the second one. And then once they confirm that they can make it, I just let them know that I'm excited. I don't tell them it's BioReigns. I don't tell them my testimonial, because remember, it's a quick phone call. But I will tell them I am excited. Guys, you have to hear the excitement in your own voice before they can hear it from you. So make sure that when you share your enthusiasm, obviously don't over exaggerate, just do enough where it gets them wanting to understand and learn more about your excitement. So I tell them, I'm really excited about something that I want to share with you. I think it's going to help so many people. Do you mind dialing in and just taking a look? Guys, I keep it that simple. I don't want them to feel pressured. I don't want them to feel like they're going to be card closed on anything. So I keep it very neutral, very nonchalant. My goal is to let the video and let the expert do all the work while all I have to do is click and play and let it duplicate away from me. And so that's the goal. That's how you do a launch. Guys, this is really simple. Get back with your upline sponsor and go through this game plan specifically. If you already have your launch dates booked, make sure you let your experts know so that they can put it on their calendar and show up to it. Here's my biggest thing, guys. If you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling like you don't know how to do a phone call, get back with your upline support. Do some role play before you do it. Here's my number one goal. If I'm on a game plan call, I will not allow you to hang up until I get one confirmation that you have a guest showing up. The reason for that, guys, because the phone weighs 50 million pounds when you first look at it, because so many people are already having expectations that someone's going to tell them no, or they're fearing what they're going to say. Guys, you're setting yourself up for disappointment if you're constantly thinking about what they're going to say. You cannot have an expectation in mind. Just expect that your number one goal is just to invite them on the call. Whether they can make it or not, it's not your priority to know. Your only job is to do the activity that will eventually yield to the result. So I encourage you guys, start making phone calls. Start messaging people on Facebook. If you don't have their phone number, ask permission to call them through Facebook Messenger. Find a way. Guys, the most successful entrepreneurs are people that just problem solve every situation. So I encourage you guys, book your 2 parties, start making those phone calls, connect with your upline support, let them help you, and let's get you launched and going. Guys, there's so many countless stories of launches that I've done where there's so many people and there's little people. There's very little people and there's a lot of people. It doesn't matter. We don't focus on the numbers. What we focus on is the activity. And as you consistently keep doing this and helping your team launch and helping their team launch, eventually your organization is going to grow beyond you, in spite of you, while you're sleeping, while you're on vacation, while you're away from your phone. And that is ultimately how you want your network marketing business to grow, away from you, without you. I encourage you guys, get back with the person that sponsored you into the organization and let's set up this game plan call. And I hope you guys have a great launch. I'm excited for you. Welcome to the team. And guys, we have so much to do together and such a great future together. So I look forward to meeting each and every one of you in person one of these days at an event. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.